So, what's up everybody? I got 2 helpers today. I've been working today, in and out of here with the dump truck, hauling dirt. Doing some dirt work this morning for a customer not far from my house. Vickis at the hospital. She's had surgery this morning on her torn meniscus in her knee. Story there is she's scared of snakes, and while everybody was off work for this Wu-Tang virus, she was walking on the bike path or whatever with her girlfriend every day or every other day. Come across a damn gardener snake. She's scared to death of them. So she ran, and when she finally stopped, turned around, she twisted her knee and tore meniscus in her right knee, or left knee. So she's been hobbling around for 2 months in terrible pain. So we finally got her in to get her surgery to get this meniscus in her knee fixed. So Tommy took her in there this morning. I was gonna take her in, but I had to work. The weather's too good today not to work. I've still got dirt work jobs that are open, and it's supposed to rain again this weekend. So while I had a couple of days of dry weather, I had to work. So Billy's on his way. It's nice out today, and I'm here for, well, I just got back. I think Billy and I is gonna go to lunch. I'm gonna go out here and see what kind of mess he's made in my shop. Oh, good grief. Jeez, crackers. Holy crap. Well, that's about what I figured it was going to be. A mess. You know, he doesn't think ahead, ever. You know, if you're going to start a major project, probably ought to make sure you got floor dry and all the stuff you need. Nah. We just dump it all on the floor, and then we'll let it lay there for a couple of days until we get time to go get some floor dry, I guess. Jeez. You gotta love you having kids. Jesus.
What up?
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
Say I'm 1 day in to my 2-day project here,
Yeah?
and hopefully we can get it done today.
Yeah?
Hopefully it doesn't become a 5-day project.
Do we need to go to the parts store?
Yeah, we need to get some floor dry.
We do?
Sure. Yeah.
Is there a problem in there?
There's yeah. We need floor dry.
Your mom's in recovery. Tommy texted me a little bit ago, so I don't know how long until she gets home. They had to put her under, so hard to tell how long it'll take her to wake up from that. What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Hey.
They're not trumpeters. We are trumpeters.
How many bags you gonna get?
Get a couple.
All right. I'll go out and open the trunk. Hell, I forgot that cooler was back there.
What's this?
I forgot that was back there.
God.
Oh, they're empty. All right, we're
Already
good.
drank them.
What?
Already drank them.
Did you really?
Yeah. Dry all right?
Yeah, it'll hold.
All right, just checking this.
I just went out there
That's
and
a lot
opened
of
the
weight.
damn
Is he in
trunk.
the
There's a
dryer?
cooler and a case of moonshine still in the back. I
Oh,
forgot.
nice. There we go. I mean,
Well, Junior already drank it all, so
oh, really? Oh, it's empty.
it's empty now.
It's good for painting.
You know you're in a good parts store when there's a chrome 12-bolt rear end cover hanging right here by the counter.
I still lost them. I mind my own business.
What are you doing? Getting a starter?
Yeah, because that starter was acting up.
Well, I'm home for the day. Got all my limestone hauled, got my dirt work done, got my grade work done. It rained on me this afternoon, kind of got wet, but I managed. So I'm home now. I'm gonna go check on Junior. I hope to God he's done something with some floor dry. Let's go see how he's doing on this truck. Uh-oh. We'll see. Well, he did douche the floor dry down, but he ain't worked on that engine. It's still sitting over there. He ain't making much progress. Oh boy. Well, let's go see how Vicky's doing. I haven't seen her since she got back from the hospital. You okay?
Yeah,
Feeling rough?
sleepy.
How sore is your knee?
As long as I don't bend it, it's manageable.
You out here?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
This exhaust bolt.
What happened? You got one broke off?
Yeah, I mean, it was broke off when I got it. I got one out, the other one was broke off deep in there, so I drilled it out, basically the size of the bolt. And then I put a tap in there, I started tapping it, and then the tap broke. I'm trying to get the tap out.
Oh no.
I'm about to say fuck it and just put it in there.
You do realize those are metric threads?
Yeah, I was just gonna put a standard bolt in it
Are you serious?
for this, yeah. I got a hold of Jeremy like at noon and he said he would come over, but like I got impatient. I'm just trying to get this thing back together, so.
Well, I called my brother. He's on his way. Billy's broke off a tap, a standard SAE tap off in a metric hole in an LS head. Are we making any progress?
Yeah, we're done.
You're done?
Yeah. Show him your souvenir.
You got a souvenir, Billy? Another souvenir?
Jeremy's gotta go get some special butt plug for my head. He's gonna drill and tap the butt plug.
What have you done?
I don't know.
I'll drill it out bigger and then put an aluminum plug in it and then drill an aluminum plug for the correct metric thread size.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I didn't break the damn header bolt off, but I did break the tap trying to get the header bolt. Trying to get it ready for any header bolt.
Now what?
I'm about to roll this thing in because I don't want to. The transmission's already hanging. The jack lost all its juice, so I'm just gonna roll it in.
But I think this shit takes 15 minutes.
A little rough on the trans mount, isn't it?
It'll be fine.
Are you a trans dangler?
Yeah. Yep. That's what happens when no one's out here helping me. I'm not gonna lift the hood off by myself.
Is it against the windshield?
Not quite.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll give you a call or let you know Saturday and see how
What's going on, everybody? So it's getting a little chilly here in Ohio, and things are starting to wind down for the racing season a little bit. Vicky's doing a lot better. She's actually up and walking around really good. I'm really surprised. I've taken a little bit of time off doing videos this week because I want to spend a little bit of time with her and make sure she's okay. We've got a little something going on today. You know, Billy's out here in the shop working on his project truck, and it was something that he picked up very cheap. It needed an engine, and his initial intention was he was going to daily it. But the very same day that he bought this truck, he came across the old orange crate, the old orange 88 Chevy pickup that he's driving. So in one day, he ended up going from no truck to 2 trucks. So I don't know what he's doing. He's talking about now putting this ugly cat face looking truck in the garage he's got in there, putting it back together, selling the 88 orange pickup. And he bought a quad. I think he's going trail riding or something tomorrow if he lives through that. He bought a Yamaha Banshee. The dumbest thing I think he's ever done is buy a Banshee to trail ride for one day. So if he survives the trail ride on the Banshee, he's going to sell the Banshee. He's going to sell the 88 Chevy pickup. He's going to sell this, I think it's an 05. I don't know. There's a 4-door 05 Silverado in the garage. He's swapping the engine in right now. But he's going to sell all that stuff. And he's thinking about buying a diesel dually to pull our race car trailer. Because as much as I hate to admit it, we are sick and freaking tired of getting in trouble trying to pull that old 454 gasser into gas stations and fill up every 150 miles pulling that 50-foot race car trailer. So let's go see how Junior's doing today. This is day 3 of his 5.3 LS engine swap.
Strikes in his first 3 fights.
You all right?
But when the highlight finally landed in the UFC, he continued to set the pace that had defined his career during his World Series of Fighting title reign until that point. He threw frequently, and based on his stats, he landed at a surprisingly efficient clip. All 3 of those fights were Fight of the Year contenders, and while Justin didn't get
So I got a guy that may be coming this afternoon to pick up a drum of E98.
One look at this guy's fighting style.
I just come out to check on you, see how you're doing.
It was something very unique and undoubtedly special.
There should be. I think so. So anyway, while Junior's in there and he continues to work on his project, I think I am going to take the 55 into town and go get my ears lowered because I'm starting to look a little shaggy up top there. So might do that here in a little bit. We're going out of town this week, and I don't want to say where, but we're going to be out of town midweek of this coming week. So you may notice that my uploads are few and far between next week. But if I'm able to get on Wi-Fi at a hotel or something, I may just go ahead and put some videos together and upload them. But there's a chance that this coming week, while we're out of town, the uploads may dwindle pretty quick. So just giving you guys a heads up. You'll notice it, and it's not because I'm slowing down or I'm not going to continue to do videos. It's just that we're going to be away from home for a few days. So, with that said, I'm gonna go grab my wallet and try and go get my hair cut. So, I got a little addition to the channel for y'all today. Maybe this thing will work out. A very highly respected promoter in the no prep world sent me a message last week and asked me for my address, and I had no idea why, and I didn't really have time to get into the details of why he would ask me for my address. I just sent it to him. And a couple days later, he sends me another message. He says, "Hey, Amazon show up yet?" I'm like, "What? Why would Trent be asking me about Amazon?" And I had forgotten that he had asked me for my address. Trent is a truck driver, travels all over the country, over the road trucking, and he's a promoter, probably best known for COTS. He was one of the original 2 people that started the King of the Streets no prep up at Great Lakes Dragway, COTS. So I go out on the front porch, and lo and behold, I have a present, a gift from a dear friend. Check this out. So Trent watches my videos, and he noticed the other day that I had made the comment in the dump truck as I'm trying to drive and shift that a lot of our ideas stem from the fact that I have a lot of free time while I'm driving truck. And of course, it's very difficult to drive and probably illegal. I haven't looked into that, but illegal to be filming myself as I'm driving. So my dear friend Trent Eckert sent me this really nice Ram mounts cell phone holder so that I can put it on the windshield and film and talk into the camera as I'm driving. So we're going to test this out today. Let's see how it goes. Not bad, Trent. Not bad. That's a pretty decent camera angle. Like, I can move it from the windshield to maybe the side glass, and old dog learns a new trick every once in a while. All right, well, let's get it going. We'll start up cold on the old 55 this morning. It's, I think, in the 40s or 50s here today. Set the parking brake. Not bad for a carburetor, huh? We'll let the old 55 warm up here for a second, and I'm gonna head to Great Clips. That's funny. For some reason, the front camera, the camshaft really affects it, but it doesn't seem to affect inside the car too much. So the rear-facing camera is doing good, but the front-facing not so good. Whatever. Let's head to town. Test run here. This will be the first time I've been able to go someplace by myself and kind of film inside the 55. Like, I don't know how the audio is going to be. I'm going to run through the gears real quick and just see how it turns out. Broke the tires loose a little bit there at first. I had to pedal it, got back in it, and spun again, spun a little bit in second. The old car runs good for a 355, man. You know, old pump gas 355, flat top pistons, said old Brodix track 1 heads, M24 speed, Muncie 4-speed, 456 posi rear end. It's fun. You know, been pretty incredible how fast this crazy YouTube 3 weeks. And everywhere I go, you know, if somebody asks about the YouTube thing and the channels, I'm really at a loss for words as to why. Because to me, this is just our life. Like, this is just our normal daily things. But, you know, I was talking to Billy yesterday, and we really, I don't know if I should say we take it for granted, but we're a little bit, how should I say this? I don't really know how to put this into words. Like, we don't take it for granted, but maybe we forget that how blessed we really are. Or maybe we're just I don't know. Alright, so it's like not everybody gets the opportunity to just jump in a 55 Chevy every day and just go drive around, like go to the parts store or go get your hair cut. Like, I'm gonna go to the hardware and go pick up a furnace filter today. Like, that's not normal. It is for us, but we don't realize how, I guess maybe abnormal our family is. So it's difficult for us to understand why so many people are interested in just our normal daily lives. But we're quickly realizing, or at least I am, I think Billy's known it for a while, but I'm definitely noticing or realizing how blessed we truly are. And if it wasn't for my mom and dad making some really tough decisions and making a lot of sacrifices, we wouldn't have this 55 Chevy to ride around in, because it belongs to my mom and dad. They bought it in like 1974, 1975, never let go of it. And it really, the car is one part of our family, but in all honesty, it really boils down to the fact that my mom and dad stayed together through good times and bad. And in all honesty, I think it really boils down to the family unit. You know, families don't stay together like they used to. People get divorced. They get married and they get divorced, and it's so common anymore. And when that happens, there's a lot of things that get lost, other than just a relationship between a husband and a wife, but all of the marital assets tend to get lost, or they get sold, and so there's a lot of family traditions that get lost. There's a lot of family heirlooms that get lost. And yes, they are just material things, but there's something to be said for material things like heirlooms and cars and farms, property that really tie families together, like this 55 Chevy. Now this 55 Chevy not only ties our family together, but it has now become something that ties a lot of people together. There's a lot of people that enjoy watching us cruise around in this car and run errands, and so we owe a lot of that to my parents. my family. You know, my family especially has gone through some pretty hard times here lately. And there's been some forces at work that would, for whatever reason, I feel like they would like to see our family disbanded and ripped to pieces or tore apart. And the only thing, really, in all honesty and truth, the only thing that's kept our family together through some very rough times, my family specifically, me, Vicky, Tommy, and Billy, is faith in God. And I don't want to get into a bunch of holy rolling things, and obviously I'm not a church goer. Hell, I cuss constantly, and I fail, and I sin and whatnot. And it's whatever. I got to go get my ears lowered. Well, I don't want to get into a bunch of that. I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to preach to them. But there's something to be said for a family unit that sticks together no matter what and helps each other. But it's tough sometimes because as your children grow up and they get older, they start their own families, and you can't control who they choose. You can't control who they choose and how they operate and what they do in their lives. All I can do is try and teach my boys as best I can our values, and hope to God that it's enough to keep outside forces and evil things from ripping our family apart. And so far, my faith in God has done very well. I had not had much faith in God the last 2 years. I've wandered away from it, and I've tried to hold our family together based on my beliefs, and my, how should I say this, I had to think about this for a minute because I'm kind of going off the cuff here today, and this is important stuff, and I don't want to make a mistake, but my personal beliefs and my own personal understanding is far inferior to the beliefs and the understanding of how God works. And something I had to learn in Bible study is we are all children of God. Regardless of how evil you feel some people may be, they are all children of God. So there's good in everybody. You got to look for it hard sometimes, but it's in there. But my pastor told me the other day, and it's a very good point, darkness cannot thrive in the midst of light. You can be in a dark room, and it won't stay dark very long if you turn a light on. So I've turned my light on. I've gone to the light that everybody needs to seek every once in a while, for sure. And so far it's working. So enough preaching for today. I'm gonna go get my hair cut. So I managed to get my ears lowered. I stopped at a hardware store here in Pataskala real quick to get a couple furnace filters. And as I'm pulling out, I realize there's a little tidbit of history here, right here in the corner of the parking lot, I'd like to share with everybody. See that sign? Levi Streets, Memorial Lane. They've kind of half-ass bolted on that set of posts there off to one side. Levi Streets was my great-grandfather. And he was a school bus driver. He was a volunteer fireman. Remember the other day I showed you the video of the 55 sitting behind the town hall, and that's where my dad had found it. Well, my great-grandfather was a volunteer fireman at that fire department for years. And he was also the mayor of Pataskala, my hometown, for over 35 years. and he operated a little shoe shop in Pataskala. He fixed shoes back when people used to not throw their shoes away. They would actually take them and get them fixed. Like if you had 2 good pairs of shoes, 1 good pair and 1 extra, that was a big thing. And people used to bring their shoes and their work boots and bring them into my grandfather, and he owned the Pataskala Shoe Repair. And if you've ever noticed any of the videos in our shop, you'll see the sign that used to hang on his shoe repair shop. Pataskala Shoe Repair. We save your soul or heal you. That was my grandfather, Levi Streets. Little bit of information there, a little history. My family's been well known in this town for many years.